Hi students, good morning. How are you all? Hope you're enjoying at home. Good. Okay, till yesterday we have seen the different topics. Today I will start our session with a new topic. Okay, see what's the topic it is. We are going to look for changes around us. There are a lot of changes we are going to see, right? Okay, let's discuss briefly and clearly about the changes what are going to be seen around us. Okay, let's start. In the changes around us, we are going to learn by the end of this topic to make the students are going to aware about the various changes around us and to understand the reasons behind the changes and to motivate the students to minimize the changes which adversely affect us or our environment. Means what are the changes, various changes around us. First of all, we will understand and we will understand what are the reasons behind those changes, and then to minimize those changes and what are the effects of us or by our environment. We will discuss these all the topics, children. Now what are the to discuss all these topics we have to go for the content. Okay, what is the content, what is a change, we will discuss this here, and then types of changes. There are types of changes, some are slow and some are fast changes. Okay, and then some of the desirable and then undesirable changes, then some are reversible and irreversible changes, then some of periodic and non-periodic changes, then finally last but not the least physical and the chemical changes. Finally we will come to a conclusion. Okay, so these are the contents what we are going to discuss today. Let's see now. What is a change, children? If you observe this picture, first of all it is like a bud and then afterwards it is blooming like a flower. Am I right? Now is it a change or not? Of course. Every day we used to observe the changes around us. For example, the change of a day and night, flowering of the plant, ripening of the fruits, rainfall. See, there are so many number of changes. Okay, now see here. Change is the transition of any substance from one form to another form. Here, if you see this example as bud, bud has been changed into flower. Am I right? Bud has been changed into flower. That's what this change is, the transition of any substance, whatever the substance is, any substance from one form to another form. It is going from one form to another form. Okay. Now coming to the types of changes. What are the types of changes we see around us? Slow and fast changes. Slow and fast changes. And then desirable and undesirable changes. Reversible and irreversible changes. Periodic and non-periodic changes. Physical and chemical changes. Am I right? These are all the 5 types of changes. 5 into 2. That means total 10 if you see. In each, slow and fast, desirable, undesirable, reversible, irreversible, periodic, non-periodic, physical and chemical. See, these are all the 10 types of changes we are going to discuss in this chapter with different examples. Now let's see for the slow changes now. Slow changes. Slow changes are those which take a longer time to occur. For example, a germination of a seed to form a plant. Suppose if we have sown some of the seeds, then it will take a lot of time to convert into plant, right? Of course. So this is a slow change. And even a growth of a child into an adult. Suppose to grow from your stage to my stage. Let us assume to grow from your stage and to come to my stage. How much time it will take? It will take several years, right? So that's what growth of a child into an adult and further into a old man and further finally into a old man. Okay, it will take a lot of time, isn't it? Some years will pass away. Now coming to the rusting of iron, immediately rusting of iron is immediate, not possible. It will also take lot of time. That's what these types of changes are considered as slow changes. Like here, see the seed. The seed is going to convert into a plant. This is what seed germination. Okay, and then After germination into a plant, it will become a bigger plant. Okay, of course, this also takes a lot of time to convert from one form to another form. Okay, now coming to the fast changes. Fast changes take less time to occur or occur instantaneously. For example, burning of paper. Suppose if we lit the paper, then immediately it will burn, or it will take some time to burn. It will immediately burn, right? So the bursting of balloon also the same. At that instant, if we pin it, the balloon will blast. Am I right? So the bursting of the balloon also takes place. Now the burning of the matchstick. If you strike with the matchbox, then automatically it used to burn up. So it won't take much longer time. So these types of changes are considered as fast changes. Now, coming to the desirable changes. Okay, maybe you understood the slow and fast changes. That means the slow and fast changes depends on the time factor. Now coming to the desirable changes. What are those? Let us see. There are some changes which occur as we wish. Okay, we like such changes. That is why these are called desirable changes. For example, formation of curd from milk. Suppose milk is there, I kept it outside. Okay, I kept it outside and I asked that milk to change it into curd without doing anything. Will it convert into curd? Of course, it used to solidify, but it is not going to convert into curd. It is going to be in another format. Okay, then formation of a manure from cow dung and dead plants means these are all actually done by the people itself. That means it's our wish to convert. Whether otherwise milk will be converted into either the kheer, okay, payasam you used to say, okay, either the kheer, or it may convert either into a milkshake, or that will be either even convert into another type, like by using the milk we can do different products. Okay, we can different sweets also we can convert. Why are we going to take only curd process? Because this is our wish. That is what that means. According to our wish, it has been converted. Now, formation of the manure from the cow dung and the dead plants. Suppose if we leave the cow dung over left like that, it won't convert into, yes, it won't convert into the manure at all. If we leave the dead plants as it is, it used to dry up, it won't convert into manure. If those cow dung and the dead plants has been kept together under a under proper conditions, that means we are doing them, that is our wish to form or wish to make it form, isn't it? That's what that is. According to our wish, any other changes has been taken, those are considered as desirable changes. See here, I'm going to make it a converting of milk into a curd. Okay, so after that means what did I did? No, here it is not a change of, yes, this is my change of a wish. That is, I'm going to make it a paneer. After adding a lemon to it, then it has been converted into paneer. Okay, so this is also my wish of conversion. So that's what it is, a desirable change, we can say. Now see the undesirable changes. These are some of the changes which do not occur as per our wishes. According to our wishes, the changes are not going to occur. Those will be considered as the undesirable changes. Means such as changes are called, for example, earthquakes. Okay, we will ask for the earthquakes or what? Or we are going to wish for the earthquakes to come? No, right? And then excessive heat is due to rise in temperature in summers and breaking of glasses. Am I right? So these are not the wish of us. This is exactly what are going to happen. We can easily say that the desirable changes are the man-made changes, and then undesirable changes are the natural changes, we can say. Simply, there is a different name we can even give for the desirable and undesirable changes. For the desirable changes, those are considered as the man-made changes. Means that means our persons used to do those changes. Means those are helpful for to get the changes. Now undesirable changes, in the sense these are the natural changes. We need not do anything else to have these changes. Okay, so these types of, like earthquakes, see, while the earthquake is coming, the buildings used to collapse, right? Now, let us see the next. Sometimes undesirable changes accompany desirable changes also. Means actually the natural changes are sometimes it even becomes a man-made changes too. Let's see what are those. The running of a car on a road is a desirable. Actually, while we are going outside, we are driving a car. Okay, this is our desirable change. But it also produces smoke, carbon dioxide and other harmful gases which pollute the environment. Hence, it becomes the undesirable change. Here, the desirable change is what? The driving, that means we are going to drive to some extent. We just want to drive to some extent. We are going somewhere, somewhat place. So, we are going to drive it for. Then, while we are driving, the smoke is coming outside by having the harmful gases inside it. Are we going to wish it to release the carbon dioxide gases and the harmful gases whenever we are going to make it? Are we going to wish to pollute our environment itself? No, right? We are just enjoying our drive. That's all. We are not going to bother about the harmful gases released by our car or the vehicle, whatever it is. Am I right? That means some of the undesirable changes or accompany with the desirable changes. That means due to the man-made changes. See here, and we used to discuss even that about the global warming. So global warming caused by the persons itself. Global warming used to caused by the persons itself. Am I right? So in that condition, we are unknowingly helpful for the changes what has been happened. So we are doing one action, it is going to give another reaction at some other place. So that is what desirable changes are accompanied with undesirable changes. See here, car is moving on and then smoke is going outside of the car, right? Now, some changes may be desirable for one person but undesirable for the others, of course, because maybe for my convenience I am doing my own thing. Okay, maybe that is harmful to other person, right? Let's see what is the example. For example, the cutting of a tree may be a desirable for one who needs wood, but undesirable for others because it disturbs the balance in the nature as trees produce oxygen which is necessary for all human beings on the earth. Of course, this is the fact where we are going to occur the global warming, because the person who lives in the villages, they just want the wood for the cooking purpose and some other purposes. Am I right? That's what are they doing for the wood? They are cutting the trees, cutting down the trees. Okay. By cutting down the trees, maybe that is their wish of changing. They need it. They need the wood. Without the wood, they can't live. Without the wood, they can't do anything. That's what they are taking the trees. For them, that is a desirable change. Okay. And unknowingly, by cutting down the trees, the oxygen levels are getting to be decreased for all the human beings, isn't it? That is what the undesirable change happens for us. Undesirable change happens for us. So that's what we should be very careful while we are doing any action. Is it going to harm any other person or what? We have to take into consideration, children. Okay, let's see the next one. Periodic changes. Periodic changes, maybe by the name itself you may understand what are the periodic changes. What do you mean by it? Come on, read it out. Changes which occur again and again after fixed intervals of time are known as periodic changes. Periodic in the sense, suppose according to the period wise, that means after a particular time interval, it has been repeated once again. It has been repeated once again. For example, change of a day and night. That means now day will come. Now you are in a day, right? Okay, night will come again. So, okay, after night again day will come. Again night will come. Again day and night. That means after a particular interval of time, it used to convert into night. After a particular interval of time, it used to convert into day. The same way. Now, another example, occurrence of a full moon. See how the full moon is going to occur. First, it starts like a small line-like structure, small curve-like structure, right? So afterwards, that is what Nelavanka we used to say, right? So slowly that will convert into a half moon. Then that half moon will be converted completely into a full moon. Okay, how many days it will take? 15 days it will take. After 15 days, what it used to do? It used to reduce again full moon to, okay, completely zero moon. There is no moon at all. Okay, then from there onwards again it used to convert into the full moon. See, that means this is going to happen continuously. This is going to happen continuously after a particular interval of time. So that's what these types of changes are considered as periodic changes. Another one is heartbeat and the oscillation of a pendulum of clock. Pendulum clock also, if you see the clock, it used to move here and there, this side and that side like that. Okay, and heartbeat, lub dub, it used to mention for, right? So that means at a particular interval of time, means sometimes it is lub dub, then after that lub dub, like that it won't be, right? That's what it is, like a periodic change. That means at a particular interval of time, again and again after a fixed interval of time, these are occurring. Okay, then those are considered to be as periodic changes, right? See, this is the pendulum clock. See how is it going? Continuously it is moving this side and that side, this side and that side. See, while it is moving this side and that side, it is completely off of same interval. It is not even sometimes fast and it is not even sometimes slow. Am I right? Okay, let's go for the next one. Non-periodic changes. Non-periodic changes. Let's see for the non-periodic changes. There are some changes which do not repeat themselves at a regular intervals. You cannot predict when they will reoccur. For example, means the periodic changes maybe we can guess. Now this is day, that means we can guess the night, and the night we can guess the day. Okay, and then the full moon we can guess the half moon, and then half moon we can guess the full moon. Means periodic changes we can guess it. Okay, we can have them even, right? The non-periodic changes we may not predict it before. Okay, for example, occurrence of an earthquake. Are we going to expect when the earthquake will occur after suppose today earthquake has been occurred in a particular place? Okay, after again after a repetition of the particular time interval of 1 or 2 years or something, earthquake again will occur at the same place at the same time? No, we can't guess, right? And the accidents, not only the train accidents, whatever the accidents, we won't expect. And suppose a person got an accident at a particular place, again after 1 day or 2 days, again at the same place, again there will be an accident going to occur for him or what? No, we can't guess it. And even sneezing, we don't know when are we going to sneeze it for. Right? Then even coming good, rusting of iron. These are what non-periodic changes we can say. Non-periodic changes. See children, a substance is going to change from one form to another form. There will be, I have told you 10 types of changes. I am telling you the 10 types of changes with different examples, children. While these 10 types of changes, maybe you are thinking, ma'am, rusting of iron has come in the fast changes. Again, it has come in the non-periodic changes. Means a change maybe belongs to one or more changes. It may belongs to one or more changes. That means rusting of iron takes a longer time, right? That means it is a slow change. And even it doesn't occur according to the periodic, that means according to the time interval, right? That's what it is, a non-periodic change too. Understood? That means one of the change can be classified into many. Okay, children? Right? See, here is a train accident. Train accidents, bus accidents, of course, all the accidents parts we can say. We can even say that those are the non-periodic changes. Very good. Now let's go for the reversible changes. Reversible, the name itself says that it can be reversed. Whatever the change has been done, that change will be reversed back. Let's see. If a change can be reversed, then it is called as reversible change. For example, cooling of water to the freezing point. Okay, you kept the bottle under the deep freezer. You kept it. Then what happens? The water get into ice format. Then you have taken out that bottle and kept it outside for some time. Then automatically it changes into water. This is what type of reversible change we can say. Okay. See, this water is going to be converted into ice after a particular interval of time, and then again it will converts into water. These are types of considered as reversible changes. Now coming to the irreversible, what will be the opposite of it? Irreversible change. What is the irreversible? There are some changes which cannot be reversed. Such changes are called irreversible changes. We are not going to reverse them. We are not going to make them reversed. Suppose a burning of paper is there. Okay, if we burn a paper, it will come back as a paper or what? No. And then even the best example over here, growth of a child into an adult and then to form an adult to a old man. So are we going to convert into, we should have some magic to convert into a child. Suppose I'm there, I just want to convert my form into child. Is it possible for me? No, not possible, right? Or else I should have some mantra or something. Okay, means magic I should have. I should convert into a child. Or else you people should convert into adults or a old people. You also should have a magic at this particular instant of time, children. At this particular instant of time, I'm saying. Of course, you can grow up to adult and then to old man. But we can't go back to the child process. We can't go back to the stage of the child. Am I right? We crossed that child condition and we came to adult part. And our journey is going towards the old man. Okay, our journey is going towards the old stage. Right? See, how is this boy is asking you? See, okay, he has converted into a boy, then adult, and then a old person. Okay, these are the changes. Now, okay, you people are at this stage, the second stage of here. Okay, we are at the third stage, and from the third stage we are going towards fourth stage. You have to cross this stage and this stage too. Okay, you crossed this stage. That's what he is asking, that, oh, you crossed me. Can you reach me? He's asking. Okay, okay, right. Then let's go for the next. Physical changes. Physical changes. What do you mean by physical changes over here? Physical. We can say the change in which the size or shape of the object may change, but the substance which they are made of remain the same. For example, formation of water vapors on heating of water means it is a physical change. Here water and water vapor is of same substance. These are of same substance of different form. Of course, water vapor also will be considered as H2O, and water is also considered as H2O itself. So there is no chemical changes going on here. That means physical appearance. Appearance in the sense liquid to the gas, it is going to be changed. Liquid to the gas. So while we are heating, so this is coming as a water vapor. This is coming as the water vapors while we are heating it up. Okay. Now, coming to the chemical changes. Chemical changes in the sense the changes in which new substances are formed are called chemical changes. For example, rusting of iron led to the formation of iron oxide. In general, iron is an object, it is having only iron, Fe, ferrous. Okay, then whenever it has been formation of an rusting, in the sense it is going to react with the oxygen which is present in the atmosphere, oxygen as well as the hydrogen, water molecules. Okay, so while the iron is reacting both with the oxygen as well as the water molecules, it is going to form the iron oxide. Iron oxide. Okay, so this is what the reaction. Initially, this is at the stage of ferrous, Fe. It is going to react with oxygen in the presence of water vapor. That means the humidity. So that is, it gives us the formation of FeO. See, this product has been changed. This ferrum, this is called iron. This is what iron oxide. It has been converted completely. Its form is different. In the previous physical changes examples, water and water vapor I told. Water is having the formula H2O. Water vapor is also the formula H2O itself. There is no change in the chemical process. But here Fe has been converted into FeO. Okay. Now iron plus oxygen gives us rust. We cannot get back iron or oxygen from the iron oxide. So it is called as chemical change. We cannot get back. Am I right or not? From the iron oxide, are we going to get back this iron and oxygen separately? No, not at all. That's what it is called as a chemical change. Now, coming to our conclusion, children, let's see. We should try to minimize the changes which adversely affect the human beings or their environment. Why is it so? We should try to minimize some of the changes, like suppose iron particles are going to be rust, in the sense those are going to harm us. Those are going to harm us in some of the different conditions. Okay, so for example, cutting of trees, these should not be done. Cutting of trees will pollute the environment, and even the pollution caused effects also should be minimized. So to minimize the pollution, what should we do? We have to we should not use most of the vehicles. If at all the smaller distances are there, we can go by walk or something like that. And we have to grow some of the trees to save our environment even from the pollution, because whatever is the harmful gases, that is what carbon dioxide released by the vehicles, will be absorbed by the plant, right? So that's what, try to plant more and more plants, children. Okay, and try to avoid cutting of trees for our convenience, for either to building up, okay, to for the construction purpose or something. Suppose if we have done with the cutting of tree, we have to plant a new tree and then plant it a small plant and then make it into a big tree. Okay, we have to take care of them. Okay, children, that's it. So here there is an exercise. Tell which type of changes is this. Growing of a plant from a seed. Think, children. Growing of a plant from a seed, which type of change is it? Okay, what is it? What is the change of it? Slow change. Slow change. And even I can say that this is the irreversible change. Can I say it? Can I say it? Is it an irreversible change? Definitely. Am I right? And is it a desirable change or the undesirable change, children? Is it a desirable or undesirable? I have planted, that's what it is, my desirable change. And it has converted into plant, that is what undesirable change, that is what the natural change, right? That's it. So it has been accompanied with both. Now coming to the evaporation of water. What do you mean by evaporation of water? Which type of change is it? Evaporation of water is a physical change. Can it be reversed? Yes. That evaporation of water will be reversed back into water. Yes, it is a reversible change and it is a physical change too. Okay. Now, occurring of tides in the sea. Definitely it is an undesirable change because it is natural change, right? Okay, natural change. Natural change, the other name of natural change is undesirable change. Got it, children? Good. Now, revolving of earth around the sun. It is periodic change, and then of course undesirable change. This is naturally occurs, and even it occurs periodically. If the revolving of the earth is not done in a periodic manner, then what's going to happen for us? We may not have a proper time of days and nights, seasons, etc. Am I right? That's all. So whatever the changes you see around yourself, you just try to practice from them, children. You just try to practice from them. Got it, children? Okay, children, that's all for today. This is the end of our class. This is the end of our show. And you just try to practice well. It's your practice time. Okay, children, let's meet you in the next class. Take care. Bye-bye, children. Thank you so much.